Is it really a, and I think this is actually my thesis, and I glossed over it earlier, I do apologize, is that, what is, is it really a suitable aspect? Ketamine was super, super abused in the country of, or the continent of Asia, in Hong Kong and Taiwan and other Asian countries. It was super, super heavily abused. So, is it really a viable source with its abuse history and stuff? And honestly, after my research, I kind of find out yes and no. The biggest thing is it works, and it works fast. In most cases, it works within 4 to 6 hours, which is a massive increase from 2 to 6 weeks. I mean, just astonishingly quick, and it's effective. And I believe 92% of all cases so far, that from other research, 92% of those cases, they're coming out of success. And these are all patients who have tried other remedies and other medications, and they just have failed. So very cool um, results coming out. So yeah, it works. But the thing is, it's very, very expensive, anywhere from 400 to 700 per infusion. And if you're getting a weekly infusion, I think I did the math. If you do a weekly infusion at $700 for a year, you're paying almost $32,000, I believe. And that's that's the minimum income. That's like the average income of the United States. So you're pretty much spending your whole income just on the ketamine infusion. So there's a lot of issues like that. And there's not enough research on children, and possibly the side effects. They kind of have a grip of side effects. Hallucinations are one of the biggest, and they can be very controlled. They'll add in a substance that or not a substance, another medication with the infusion to help counteract that, and it's been very successful. Um, but again, what are the ramifications of genders? Some medications work better for males, and some work better for females, and or some people, and then some for other races as well. Black people might have a better tolerance than white people. They just really don't know all the ramifications of medication yet, and I really want to see some more research into that aspect of it all. Um, and then again with children, because adolescents deal with depression just like adults do. And one thing I stated in my paper was like, hey, the kids don't necessarily know what's going on a lot of times, especially in adolescence. You don't know what's really going on with your body. As adults, we kind of say, okay, I'm in a rut, I'm down. But as an adolescent, you don't necessarily know as much, and you don't understand what might be going on. So that could be a big deterrent, and a big turning point in that child's life. So I think there should be definitely some more research regarding why, or if it's available, and if it's suitable for children like that, because ketamine is very destructive and very, um, very unstable. Um, this is a medication that you're not going to be able to take at home. You're going to have to go to a doctor because it's infused with other medications. It has to be nebulized, and that's only done by professionals or pharmacists. And unless you're a pharmacist at home and you have everything needed, you're just not going to be able to do that. And you're not going to be able to take it home, generally speaking, just because it's such a highly controlled substance and highly abused substance. So, I come out with saying, is it possible? Yeah, it is, because it's so effective and it's so life turning. But I think there's more research that needs to be done. And I think that throughout all of the experiments, that it needs to focus in more about making it cost effective. Another thing I commented in there was, it's very expensive, but insurance companies aren't paying a dime. Um, and I also mentioned, Medicare, Medicaid don't pay anything, but some other insurance like Blue Cross Blue Shield will pay sorta for it. Now they'll do things like they'll give money towards the doctor's visit and the cost of getting an IV, but then they won't pay for the drug. So really, you're still paying that high price for that drug. And again, the drug is expensive, but are there cheaper ways to manufacture it, or are there maybe a different drug that's in the ketamine class that can be brought down to the level that ketamine's being used as an antidepressant? So, like I said, there needs to be more research because I think this is a very very important topic. I think, and there's a ton of research out there. I remember looking it up back in, I think 2016 was when I went to that TED Talk, and there really wasn't too much about it. I know the first was in 2004, but it really didn't kick off until about 2016. Now I really wish I could have gotten Dr. Campbell's, some information. I did get to talk to him at dinner one night. Just saw him in the country club, and he just said, "Hayden, it's incredible some of the stuff that's really happening and really coming forward through all of this." So I'm very excited just to continue to follow it. I'll be down at Disney World, and I'll be looking through the news reports and the medical reports to trying to figure out what really is going on and um, how effective, and even if FDA approves it. So I thank you for listening. I know I went over. I probably did pretty long. I do apologize, but it's something very personal to me, and I'd rather spend a little bit more time talking about it from a personal level. Um, and But yeah, I appreciate it, Dr. A. You've been a great teacher all year, and I will see you in Disney World. Come see me. Bye.